I am all in on TAO, and with everything that's coming in the next couple of weeks, I am more bullish than ever. Big catalysts like the Coinbase listing, the final tier 1 exchange needed for TAO, and the launch of dynamic TAO in just 2 days, bringing a new way to stake, and it's going to change everything. So, if you are a holder of TAO or just enjoy watching the TAO videos, be sure to leave a like down below. With that said, let's get straight into the video. Okay, so the first catalyst I want to get into for TAO is the Coinbase listing. Yes, confirmed by Coinbase Assets, added to the roadmap. Typically, from the date when this is posted, it will take a couple weeks for TAO to be listed on Coinbase, maybe even sooner. This is huge as TAO will be available on all major platforms, accessible to retail, increasing demand, right? If we go to the previous major listing being Binance, that was April 11th, 2024, which actually marked the top of TAO being $767. And to me, the Coinbase listing just means more, right? They've held a higher reputation of listing standards, or just at least in 2025, right, compared to Binance. Projects down 70, 80, 90% and above just in a month. The Coinbase listing will be more significant in my opinion. Right, examples of the Coinbase listing working out was TIA, right, the 1st of November 2023, then surging on to all-time high. I do believe a similar pattern for TAO will follow. Right, in the short term, there is volatility, there is selling news, but the listing means more adoption, more liquidity, and more trust. And now moving on to Dynamic TAO, which is coming in just 2 days, February 13th. What is it? Well, Dynamic TAO is a new way to stake where validators constantly have to adjust their stake to stay competitive. So it forces you, the staker, to manage your position to maximize rewards. So no longer is it going to be that sit back, relax, and chill sort of way if you want to get the high rewards. Now, root staking is still going to be available, but the rewards are going to diminish massively from 30% all the way to 3%. So there's an incentive to participate. And Dynamic TAO is bullish for the investor and the network. The network by everyone having to prove themselves, right? All of these subnets are now going to compete for resources based on real demand. The ones that are delivering the most value will be empowered. There's a lot of top earning subnets here that do not deserve the emissions they are getting, and there are a lot of other low earning subnets that are not getting the recognition they deserve. And with Dynamic TAO, you have the potential to earn more rewards. Right? When you stake in these subnets, you receive the tokens in return, and you're essentially a stakeholder of these subnets. The more research you do, the more involved you are, the more potential you have to pick the winners and earn more returns. And the last significant update that happened to the network was the introduction of subnets on October 2023. Now, the past is no indicator of the future, but when we seen that took place, we seen a 15x 4 months later from $50 all the way to $750. Now we have the Coinbase listing and the introduction of Dynamic TAO. Are we going to be higher than 400 in a couple months? We'll have to see. And from my point of view, it's just going to attract a lot more people to the network, right? People see a project that's in the billions in terms of market cap, especially the degens. They want that, high 100x play. It's going to be in the lower market cap ranges. Some people want something beyond the 10x. So with the subnets having their own tokens, some will, some not. There's 64 of them, and that's going to attract a lot of people into this network, potentially having the same effect of what Pump Fun has right now. Moving on to the next point, it's more towards why I'm bullish on TAO, is that there's no AI project in the top 10. Right? If you look at the top 10, top 20 of today, it's not that different from the top of the 2021 peak in November. Right, there's not that much change. There's a couple changes in terms of cryptos and no top AI crypto. But if you go back to 2017 peak, the top 20 is very different. And although the market has matured and there's not that much changes in terms of the top 10 or 20, to say that new cryptos will not enter or there will not be an AI crypto, I do not believe so. Now, if we look at Barry Silbert, the CEO and founder of Digital Currency Group, who always states that TAO is going to Eat the AI World, right, the parent company of Grayscale, they have been championing Tau BitTensor from the very start, right, including it in their decentralized AI fund, being second in terms of holdings, right? History on what they believe in and what they've done in the past, where they've invested in Bitcoin in 2013, opening a trust in 2013, doing the similar thing for Ethereum, allowing exposure and being one of the biggest Bitcoin holders. And Barry Silbert stated, just like the early days of Bitcoin, which fueled the development of a new form of transparent, borderless money, we're moving from the digital ownership of assets to the digital ownership of intelligence, right? Artificial intelligence is going to change the way we live and work, create new opportunities, new possibilities, and decentralized AI is so important, right? BitTensor, decentralized network, not controlled by a single entity, in contrast to other AI projects which rely on centralized systems. And that is why BitTensor, if there was an AI crypto in the top 10, it would be TAO. The second reason why, incentivizing participation, right? BitTensor rewards users with TAO for contributing to the network by training AI models, right? Anyone can participate. And tokenomics. Tokenomics are very important for that long term push to the top 10, right? Followed after Bitcoin, finite, scarce supply, and against inflation. And the TAO token is literally used for incentivizing and rewarding network participants. TAO has direct utility in the AI space. And I do believe the AI rotation will come back. AI coins will increase once again, like what we've seen in the past. Just what we're seeing in the media, Trump's AI push, understanding the $500 billion Stargate initiative, your newly appointed crypto czar, David Sachs, who was sat beside Chamath explaining TAO back in July 2024. It's a project he's looking into. He sat right beside him. You're free to draw your own conclusions there. Finally, moving on to open interest and volume, shorts were at an all-time high, fueling the rally that we are seeing right now with TAO, one of the strongest comebacks and bounces we've seen so far in the market, and one of the biggest volume days that we've seen with the combination of the Coinbase listing and dynamic TAO coming. And just to wrap it up with a combination of everything, you have Elon Musk nearly offering $100 billion for open AI. You have TAO having one of the strongest recoveries of all cryptos due to the market decrease. You're 6x away from the top 10 positions. You have dynamic TAO in 2 days, which is going to reduce the emissions. You have a Coinbase listing. You have a lot of TAO to be made or lost, depending on how you navigate the dynamic TAO itself. There's so much opportunity, but I think $1,000 is where we are headed. I would not be surprised to see $10 billion market cap and beyond. TAO is a project that I hold short term, medium term, and long term. I'm super bullish on TAO 24/7. Now, the TAO videos don't get that many views, so if you're a holder of TAO, be sure to let me know down below. Will you be participating in dynamic TAO or just root staking? But the first couple months are not going to be that bad. I think it's like a 50% drop after a couple months. But when you get to a year, maybe 2 year span of going down to 3% APY, to me, it's not worth it. So let me know down below, will you participate with a dynamic TAO? But that is going to be pretty much it for today's video. From it is far, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.